Hello and welcome to my loft, and today's video is on wagons. I haven't been very methodical about the wagons I've got. Many have been given to me, as well as when I first started collecting trains I just bought anything that looked pretty. This is a 4F pulling coal and other mixed freight. This ordinarily should have had a top speed of 40 miles an hour. Unfortunately, it was a bit fast there. This Fowler 4F, again pulling mixed freight. The ballast stones within the wagons, very useful because my trains are so long, without the extra weight they will derail. This 9F, once again on the same line, and so sometimes, because my layout is a bit hilly, they go a bit fast down the hills. These are 7 and 5 plank wagons, first from the 1930s, first built since the 1930s in the Big Four. They are Class C, which means they're 10 foot or longer with vacuum brakes. And they actually had a top speed of 60 miles an hour, which is much faster than I thought. A quick look at my rail yard with the engine sheds and of course a turntable, which I barely ever use. But you have to have one in any decent train set. This is more like the true speed, about 35 to 40 miles an hour, maybe a tiny bit fast, again downhill. Quick view of the trucks, and of course I bought these because I thought they looked pretty. These oil wagons, apparently they had a top speed of only 40 miles an hour, but some of them later on, when they were vacuum, they could have a top speed of 60 miles an hour. These are van wide. Now what I found amazing is they had a top speed of 75 miles an hour when empty and 60 miles an hour when loaded. Of course vacuum braked at the time. They would actually in reality barely go top speed due to the stopping distances and of course the acceleration of the steam trains, and they had to keep to a given timetable. But anyway, quite amazing they could actually do 75 miles an hour. Now in the 1950s, British Rail started looking at container traffic and flatbeds, but at the time it wasn't too successful because containers require the whole infrastructure, and which had not been completed yet. This is more like 35 miles an hour. It would be really lovely if you could like the video, because it really helps the video to be spread on YouTube. And I get inspired when I watch other train sets on other YouTube videos. And a quick look what I have put in more recently, 5 months ago. Bakerloo line. Not very realistic next to rail yard, but still I think they do look good. If you want to know about the edge of the world, and what do we have here coming out of the tunnel? A Class 59 pulling container freight. All of these have been made by my brother, which is quite clever, and he's printed them. Now, this Yeoman Class 59 never did pull freight, but Class 59s were widely and still are used to pull freight. Now, freight has a top speed of 75 miles an hour, and it is interesting that that's the same top speed as van wide. But of course, now we have container traffic from ships to rail at Felixstowe to lorry. It is the easiest way to move goods rather than putting them by hand onto a van wide. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you another day. Bye.